people are way too quick to jump to conclusions and put the blame on her and take her seriously, and then give grace to all the other comedians and everybody else that might be saying this type of stuff.
When did she say she was doing stand-up, or when was it clear that these were jokes?
She was trying to be an influencer. She's putting videos. Like, you don't need to be a stand-up to be a comedian. Private lives of the relationship is nobody's business, and whatever is public is with the both of their consent, or else it wouldn't be up.
Like, this feels like a lot of cope and deflecting. It's one thing to say it's a joke. It's another thing to say the internet made her a whore.
Isn't this what every guy wants? Somebody who gets with them when they're down low and stays through thick and thin, and then when they're up, they provide for them.
Ali, come on, don't fall for you're not telling me you fall for this bullshit.
I'm just trying to be not the devil's advocate, but I'm just trying to kind of see their point of view a little bit, where it's like it does.
What's his point of view? Down low. Oh, she got with me while I was on 2 TV shows. I was making 6 figures as a stand-up comedian. Wow, she really caught you when you was down bad, bro.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in today. We have a very, very special video, an update to one of our previous reactions. The Flagrant podcast just put out their Akaash and Jasleen exclusive podcast out yesterday. Me and St. James are here to just talk about it a little bit, watch a little bit about it. St. James, did you get a chance to watch this podcast?
I did. I have mixed reviews. I can't wait to get my thoughts on it.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to watch just a little bit in the beginning and then go back to, I got a couple things to say. But yeah, without further ado, everybody, let's roll.
Okay, let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Yes. Which frat party should my daughter avoid in the near future? I have a 2-year-old daughter. Which frat party should she not go to?
Shy should avoid Teak because they definitely. Why?
They make you pop that thing crazy or what?
No, because they spike the drink.
No way.
Yeah, so they got kicked off of our campus.
No
for
way.
Doing that. Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Popping pussy.
Yeah.
Let's just get some definition.
Okay.
We're gonna any terms that you might need to know the actual meaning of. Alex is here to break
be
it
fair,
down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and
Okay, I have to pause here. This is kind of what I said last time, where people are misconstruing her words and kind of not realizing what she's actually trying to say and just kind of taking it at face value. And I think I was talking to a friend about this. People are way too quick to jump to conclusions and put the blame on her and take her seriously, and then give grace to all the other comedians and everybody else that might be saying this type of stuff. What do you think? What do you think about all this?
When did she say she was doing stand-up, or when was it clear that these were jokes?
She was trying to be an influencer. She's putting videos. Like, you don't need to be a stand-up to be a comedian.
No, you don't. But you're saying, why did people take her seriously? Because there was no context of it being exaggeration. Like, this is the one thing. Like, even here's the thing. I was talking to a lady earlier, and she also told me, popping your pussy, it doesn't necessarily mean what I thought it meant. But that's not the only thing she said. She said a bunch of stuff to make you go,
get there.
What do you mean?
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But I definitely, especially with this one, I definitely feel like this is a good intro to what the rest of this video and the rest of this podcast is gonna be, where there's a lot of clarification. There's a lot of I didn't mean that. There's a lot of that this came out wrong, and also there's a lot of people not understanding the context of this relationship. Nobody's part of this relationship except for Akaash and Jasleen. Nobody's involved in there. They have their own private lives, and whatever they chose to show on social media is whatever they choose to show. And if Akaash is fine with it, why is everybody else trying to defend him or trying to stand up for all the other husbands in the world if he's fine with his wife saying this stuff and doing this stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you're fine with being a simp, you're fine with being a simp.
I mean, you can put it that way, but how about you're fine with being a good husband that supports, his wife?
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of putting it. But the thing is, it's not that it was the supporting, it's that what he was saying didn't match what she was presenting. He presented her as this nice, innocent, sent from heaven, never been touched, Snow White virgin, and she's talking about popping a pussy and white boy. And why it has to be
That's
white boys?
funny.
It can't just be a frat house. It has to be a white boy frat
Yeah,
house.
I don't know why she wouldn't do a black frat house.
I thought she exactly.
That is sus.
I thought she was into brown guys, but I guess when you got to get it out your system, you got to be with the white guys, huh? You got to be with the whites, huh?
What I don't understand is the hostility and the aggression that people coming at this with her, where I don't think is even warranted. And whatever she said is whatever she said. There's people saying much worse stuff on social media with no repercussions. And now this lady who's just happens to be the wife of this comedian is getting lambasted over just some silly, stupid videos. I'm not saying those are hilarious and they're the fucking pinnacle of comedy, but what I am saying is they're not really at the level that people are blowing it up to be. You know what I mean? They are just kind of just out there. They're badly done comedy videos at the worst.
Yeah, exactly. And to answer your question, is it a bunch of misogynists and sexist guys who are feeding at the mouth to make her look like a easy slut, for lack of a better term? Yeah. So, and I'm with you. I when I saw this stuff drop, I never once thought she wasn't a virgin. I mean, I never thought she wasn't a virgin. I think she's a virgin. I don't think she's a virgin the way that we think she's a virgin. Like, so I think it's like that weird game. And here's the thing: a lot of religions play this game.
Yeah,
the Indians play it, the Catholics play it,
Muslims.
Some Christians play it, Muslims play it. Like, it's a weird thing where, like, if it doesn't go through my vagina, then I'm a virgin. Yeah, Mormons. Like, it's like a bunch of people playing this game. So in that context, I don't think she's lying, and I give her credit for it. But the thing is, we grown, baby. It's a many ways to skin a cat. There's a couple ways to get your nut, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So that's the problem I think a lot of people have. But I do want to reiterate this. Yeah, is there a bunch of fucking misogynists who are like, ooh, we caught him up. His girl's fucking making him look like a bitch. Yeah, for sure. And I think that can't be understated. But to pretend like this is completely kosher, that's also not fair.
Okay, we're gonna circle back to that. I want to watch a little bit more of this, but we're gonna circle back to the point you just said. All right, let's watch a little bit more.
Maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this.
Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off
Urban
into the
Dictionary
wee hours of the morning.
is
That was
made
what
by
I
a
was
white
doing.
Yeah, this is white people.
Immediately they discredit their own definition that they put up. You know what I mean? So this guy, I don't know his name, but he's just playing up the part of the antagonist, right? They're not really being serious, but it is a good. He's doing a good job of it, where he's bringing up points that people immediately dismiss whatever they meant to say, right? Oh no, you didn't mean to say that, right? That is kind of a part of my point. All right, let's keep going.
The definition of it. This is what you learn.
Don't go to Urban.
Guys, what do you think popping pussy is?
That's yeah. See?
You see?
Joey Curtisane is not that. Okay? They're doing more than security here.
That was my bad. That was my bad.
That was your
Yeah,
bad.
that was
Okay.
The real Urban Dictionary.
Why is her
Call
face
every
so
time.
shiny?
No. She's. I mean,
Why does she have so much makeup on?
Why
Why
not?
she what's she trying to hide? Why she look like she's gonna go in a UFC fight real quick, bro? Why she look like she gotta defend herself from something? Like the dirt might come out, the truth might come out.
Sure.
Time you're worried about anything
gotcha.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. As a white, I thought popping pussy was just dancing. I thought it was like
Yeah,
twerking.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I knew that that's what you meant.
Yes, that's what I
right?
meant.
But like once the internet makes you a whore,
Yeah.
they're looking to Joe,
Your friend's wife.
That's my wife, yo. For now. That's my wife for the time being.
It's What's going on?
We have a calcium market, by the way. We have a calcium market. There's a
Oh my
calcium
God.
market
Oh, yeah.
that's been
This
made.
is
Will
hilarious.
Akaash.
This is hilarious, but I think this is the point. The people don't care about what's the truth. They care about how they feel and what they think the truth is. Where people having predictions up and speculating on their relationship, even though it's nobody's business. The private lives of their relationship is nobody's business, and whatever is public is with both of their consent, or else it wouldn't be up. But I'm getting too technical with all of this. Let me skip to a couple of chapters. Do you have anything to add?
Well, yeah, let me say this. Are you sitting here and trying to tell me like this feels like a lot of cope and deflecting? It's one thing to say it's a joke. It's another thing to say the internet made her a whore. And you can't have it both ways. Either she made jokes and people took them the wrong way, or these people are making stuff up. And I don't think it's the latter. She made these jokes.
I'm not saying
People didn't know.
I'm not saying internet.
But that's
made
what
her a
Andrew
whore.
Schultz said. No.
Yeah,
Andrew Schultz said that
Yeah, yeah.
when the internet makes you a whore, that's the type of deflection that like you're trying to make people crazy. Nobody made her a whore. She
boys.
came out and said she was popping her pussy in these white boys, and then she said it was the best time of her life.
That's right.
And her best time of her life was popping pussy when her husband wasn't around.
Yeah, that's right.
In these white boy frat houses. It's like,
yeah, very unfunny, very crude humor. Yeah, no, I agree with
like
you.
nobody made her like this. Now, I'm not gonna sit and like, did the internet take these jokes too far? Yeah, I'll give you that. But to pretend like this was made out of nothingness and fabricated out of thin air, that's not real.
Yeah, no. I see where you're coming from, and yes, when you put something out there, people are allowed to have their own perspective and have their own opinions on it. If they don't understand that it's meant to be funny, or if they don't care it's meant to be funny and they want to take it serious, that's their prerogative, right? And I'm here to say it doesn't matter what your prerogative is. What you know, they are putting out the videos that they want, and they're talking about whatever they want to talk about, and you guys can have your opinions on it, but this is getting kind of out of hand. Everything's kind of going into extreme, and I don't want to look at the comments, but the comments underneath this video are horrendous, and their own audience is lambasting them, and like,
oh, is it bad?
Everybody's talking crap about most of them. I don't know, for some reason people still like Schultz, and I want to clarify this. I'm not the biggest Andrew Schultz fan. I'm not the biggest Flagrant fan, and I don't really care about any of these guys. But if I see it's not injustice, but if I see something wrong, I'm willing to call it out. If I agree with them on this, I'm willing to say it. And I feel like some people just are waiting for moments to catch these guys lacking and then jump on it. So I think that's a part of it is that. Yeah, you got anything more?
No, go ahead.
All right. We are going to move on to the gold digger accusations. Let's go.
Also, like, in terms of the gold digging,
Yeah.
like,
Serious.
Do you do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
You're a gold prospect.
Yeah, that's not a gold digger.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like a what is that? You're like a hedge fund manager.
Yeah, you're like Akaash with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like,
She bought much lower than I did.
She bought much lower than I did. Isn't this what every guy wants? Somebody who gets with them when they're down low and stays through thick and thin, and then when they're up, they provide for them.
Ali, come on, don't fall for you're not telling me you fall for this bullshit.
I'm just trying to be not the devil's advocate, but I'm just trying to kind of see their point of view a little bit, where it's like it does.
What's his point of view? Down low. Oh, she got with me while I was on 2 TV shows. I was making 6 figures as a stand-up comedian. Wow, she really caught you when you was down bad, bro. So down low when you was on 2 different TV shows and making low 6 figures as a stand-up comic. Oh, after she already saw her sister told her this funny guy on this already big podcast or podcast that's getting bigger, you should talk to. Oh man, she really caught him at an open mic. She really caught him at an open mic when he's making $5 a no, bro. Down bad is, oh, this guy's for sure gonna make it in the next 5 to 10 years if I can just suck it up for a little bit. And what happened? He made it. Here's it.
Okay.
Akaash is clearly trying to spin this because this is his girl. He feels some type of way,
Yeah,
and
of
it
course.
makes him look better if she's actually a real one. And in some regards, maybe she is. I don't know her. Ali, I'm with you on this one. I can't say who she is personally, but from the outside looking in, this is bullshit. You're not gonna sit here and tell me as a comedian who is down low, who is on his final dollar, You was down low when you had 2 different TV shows and you're making, in your regard, a low 6-figure, bro. The fact that he said low 6 figures threw me, bro. He's probably making $150 10 years ago. Ali, 10 years ago, probably making $150, and like, oh, she caught me when I was so down bad. And then get this. And then I don't know I don't want to skip ahead, but then they talk about like living like oh, she was like, we was living on the floor while she was making a measly like $75,000, and I was just living off the little small 6 figures I have, but we was living on the floor. Bro. Here's the thing. New York is New York, but even like 10 years ago, $70K can get you a fucking bed. It's not that bad in New York. It might not get you a whole 2-bedroom, but it's no universe. She was making $70K, and they're like, oh, we're just sleeping on the floor and we can't afford food. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Of course, if it's your wife, you want to spin it and defend her. I get, you're right on that. But yeah, the reality of the situation is the way they talk about their finances is unrelatable to the average person. Yeah, that's not. But I'm trying to say, like, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, she caught him before he was who he is today.
Yeah.
It is some respect to that. I'm not trying to undercut it. But what they're trying to do, Ali, is they're trying to spin it like I was like on the streets and she believed me from nothing. That's just not the truth. Akaash clearly, even back then, was a guy who was going places. If it was nothing but to stay at the level he was at, which as a stand-up comedian, making anything over 6 figures, you are in the 1% of entertainers.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Yeah.
So to pretend like she picked you out of a fucking like a basket out of the fucking trash and like, oh, I'm gonna take a chance on a nobody. It's just not the truth.
He wasn't a nobody. Yeah. I see.
No.
Yeah. Well, I want to pose this question to you before we go on. Does the truth matter that much in this situation where they both comedians, everybody's making jokes, and they just kind of want to they're making jokes and the joke got blown out of proportion? Does the truth really matter in this situation, or should it just we should just be looking at it as more like, they're just comedians and they're just kind of saying stuff, and they kind of in this podcast, I'm specifically talking about this podcast, does the truth really matter in this situation?
Honest answer, it doesn't. But the problem is they're trying to defend it like it does. If they would have came out and said it with their whole chest, I'm joking, and here's another fucking joke, and suck it up, you fucking losers. Honestly, I'd be like, fuck it, you got me. I mean, to your point earlier, Ali, that's his wife. That's her husband. If they can sleep next to each other and be cool, none of this matters.
True.
They're paid, they're happy, and from what I've seen, people don't even like their audience didn't like the video. So this did nothing for anybody. So no the truth does not matter at all. And it would be cool. It would have been more respectful if they would have just kept trolling like I think she is. But the problem, Ali, is when you come out and try to pretend like you're going to give us the truth and then give us this bullshit, that's when it's like, now we have to call you on it. Now we have to check you because you're lying when you're saying you're trying to tell us the truth. But no, the truth doesn't matter. And you're right. The problem is, in this regard, a lot of these are a bunch of people who have nothing to do with their lives getting mad over nothing.
True.
But that's the game, right? Don't we want the fans to care? Don't we want the audience to care?
And they're invested. They've been invested for so long in this show and these cast of characters. And now there is something going on that's dramatic and different than the norm. And they really want to they hyper focused on it. I really appreciate you saying that stuff. I think the spin is what really hurts this podcast. The too much jokey, laughy, let's kind of spin it all around. That's what kind of messes around. If it was a little more serious, maybe it would have worked better. Again, you're right. If it was more trolly and more jokey and like they really went all out and just Jasleen did play more of a character in this podcast and actually did more outrageous things and said more outrageous things in this podcast, I think it would have come off at least better. And some people would understand that, oh, all right, like she's just trying to be like, funny, whether or not she's funny. I'm not saying she's hilarious or whatever, but
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But she's attempting to make a joke. Your point stands.
Yeah. True. But it's just your point stands too, where it's too spinny, too PR, too let's just turn this on his head and all that. Okay. Let's watch.
She bought at the bottom, dude. She could not have bought
That is
lower.
something that
But
is.
to be fair, it's like I was working too in the
I wasn't.
beginning,
One
and
of us
you
was
weren't.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you
yeah.
doing?
When we met, I worked at Goldman Sachs. I got a job at Deloitte after
He
I
was a
graduated
consultant.
college.
Yeah.
I was a
I was
consultant.
sleeping in until
I
12
worked
a.m.
in
12 p.m.
data analytics.
Right? Yeah.
You're a gold digger.
I was
You
a
got
gold
the
digger.
gold digger right here.
I know, backfired on me.
And that's another way. That's another spin that we're seeing right now, where it's like, they kind of trying to reframe it as what they want us to think it is. So that's kind of goes to what you're saying. Ducking the kisses. This was something that even I was like, huh. All right. Yeah. This is something we both were like, okay, what's going on here? All right, let's watch.
Okay, the other thing that we saw these videos of was the ducking the kisses. That was those.
Yeah.
Listen,
These
and-
ones pissed me off.
That I'm guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones
of
pissed
that.
me off, and I didn't like it one bit. And I need you to explain yourself immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need
so,
to know.
Honestly, I
Also,
didn't,
can I just say that
Yeah.
I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing because
No.
they edit it so perfectly where like he's going in and then it just right at the last minute. But he's already got his lips pursed, so he gotta commit to the kiss.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta check out the Shifty edit right there.
That might have been
that
Shifty.
might- yeah,
Shifty
no.
might have been editing those.
Shifty
Jeff?
made it.
Shifty.
Yeah. Chef.
Anyway,
Those pissed
okay.
me off.
So tell us about the duck. Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even
That's
knew.
worse.
I didn't
Explain
know.
yourself.
I didn't know that I
Tell
did
us
that.
why.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and
Yeah.
thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like,
You really sat and thought
yeah,
about it.
because I was like,
I just want to say, this is something that, because you put so much videos out and it just keeps happening often and often, it could be like I like let's just say I believe her, right? But at the same time, because there's so many videos out, it's such a pattern that it just looks bad, And how, like, you putting all these videos out, you have a following, and how could you not see that? How could you not see it? It just comes off as weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
and
think?
it's just like a thing. It's not congruent to the pushback that she's been given this whole time, which is, I'm this shy snowflake who gets overwhelmed, which I can't believe, Ali. But it's like that doesn't add up to then you're talking about another guy's penis. You talk about popping your pussy. You talk about getting eaten out on your period. You talk about all these sexual things, but like, oh, I can't kiss. You can't kiss your husband on the lips because you're too shy because the way you was raised, which is a reasonable excuse. But that excuse it's just not linear to the other parts of her life.
No, I get you. I
Am I
get you.
frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Okay.
Oh, there we
So,
go. Oh, much better.
Yeah, it's just not linear to the other parts of her life, which is why it's like so, because like if she was like, and it's also like this thing was like my thing is too like tell me what you think, Ali. Akaash seems like a guy who's very weary of his wife and her needs. So if this is something that she doesn't like doing, Akaash gives me the type of vibe of a guy who will stop doing it, which makes me think they've been dating for about 10 years at this point. 9 to 10 years. How is this something he hasn't realized yet? That she doesn't like being kissed in public. That feels like something you pick up pretty quickly. So for him to keep doing it makes me think that she used to kiss him in public. And then what has changed now since then? She's got a little bit more clout. She's in front of the camera a little bit more. She's more wary of who's watching her. She's more wary of other opportunities she might have. And that the only thing that could be holding her back is being seen with this guy. Because I just can't, Akaash doesn't give me the vibe of a guy that's like, your wife told you, hey, I'm uncomfortable when you kiss me in public. And then he keeps doing it. He doesn't give you that vibe.
Yeah.
That seemed
yeah.
like a conversation you had pretty early in your relationship. Like, hey,
I was about to say.
I'm not with PDA.
I literally was about to say that. Yeah. Why wouldn't you have a conversation? Like, how has this not come up ever. And you know, how is this a pattern in the videos? Once or twice, and then you have a conversation. Sure, you know, but at this point, there was so much evidence, and probably more. They done it without the videos, and yeah, it is weird. I would think that I'm gonna treat this as serious, and I would say Akash just really loves his wife, and he wants to make sure that whatever she wants, she gets, and however she feels, he wants to abide by that, and whatever she wants from him, he wants to, you know, provide. So that leads to just him looking like he thinks she's better than him, right? And all that type of energy where we see that, yeah, you called me out earlier. It is some simping energy, and it doesn't really feel as equal even on in front of the camera. We don't know what it is behind the scenes, but in front of the camera, it doesn't feel as equal. And to this podcast, they're trying to kind of bring it up where he's a little vindictive and he's the little aggressive, but still, you know, they're defending Jasleen and, you know, defending her in this way. So to me, it does feel like that Akash is very overprotective of her. So yeah, let's watch it a little bit more.
Okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy, despite what the internet thinks.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah,
I
I
don't give
think
a
I
fuck.
also get overstimulated because Akash does it a lot, like every 30 seconds, like a little bit. Like,
I get it now, Jasleen. I get it.
That's why I grabbed your chin so you couldn't.
I didn't move my face though. I wasn't gonna let him find
You're Schultz, can you check your mic?
I was there. I was there.
Schultz, mic check.
Leave mic.
Who's mic? Mine? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Suck that off you.
Okay. So it is a little bit overstimulating for you.
yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me. And like the videos people have seen are like the proposal videos, they're like already overstimulating.
Okay, so here's the thing that I think is like very I think the relatable thing is not wanting to make out with your partner in front of your entire family.
Yes.
But most people just do it because they're like, oh, I don't want my partner to feel embarrassed in this moment, even though they're like, ugh. And you're just like, you just feel the But
Yeah, Andrew's bringing up a good point, and he's kind of
Great
pushing back.
point.
Yeah, where it is that this is the reality that they make when they put those videos out, where, you know, people misunderstand what's going on. However, I think a lot of people, when you say you're overstimulated, they don't buy it. Whether or not you are, that phrase, that type of thinking, and that type of feeling is just sometimes, a lot of times, not validated in social life and in public. So whatever she says here, it doesn't really matter. People already made up their minds. So
Yeah, and it's also that thing was like they've been dating for so long. It's I guess it's like this weird thing was like even if she is overstimulated, none of them times she couldn't just suck it up for the team. Akash is buying her $60,000-$70,000 fucking rings. You can't suck it up for fives. He's not. Here's the thing, Ali. He's not trying to make out with her. You know, it's every time you see his lips are puckered. A pucker's a quick kiss. You know what I'm saying? Ali, it's not he's not leading with his tongue out. You see, so it's a little crazy that she's like, oh, these moments where my husband did everything to bring me all of this joy in front of his family and friends. I can't suck it up for 3 seconds. How long is the kiss? 2 seconds? It's 2 seconds. I can't suck it up for 2 seconds and show him that I wanted to reciprocate this love that he's giving me. I understand being overwhelmed, but it's so many videos where she's not kissing him. It feels like how is it not? How's it like not one of these times? Like, all right, I'll just give it to you. You know, you are my husband. I guess I can
Right.
kiss you one time. You know,
right. No, I hear you, and I'm mostly on your side, where it's when you're that public, and it is something. It is something that people will will notice if you keep doing it, and it is what it is. You know, it doesn't look good, and it just makes the relationship look weird. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. Where it's just like it just makes it feel off. Let's jump to the orgy discussion.
But can I just say, there's so
Yes,
many
tell us.
TikToks where I talk so positively about him, and
Yeah, but
like,
why that doesn't go viral?
Yeah, that's
Positively
boring.
talking about people.
well,
kinda-
yeah, but
kinda
I
gay.
was just saying, I like found so many TikToks where I was saying so many amazing, uplifting things, but they didn't grab onto that.
The internet will never reward positivity.
Yeah, that's true.
Not
Lesson
at all.
learned.
Unless
Lesson
it's
learned.
well, that is the
not
tricky
true.
thing. But it is.
It's not
Not
true
true.
to some. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also not trying to be two-faced. It loves negativity more, but it does reward positivity. It's just not. It's just not true.
Yeah, and maybe positivity, the way these guys post it, doesn't go viral, but positivity in general does go viral. I would say a genuine or a portrayal of genuine positivity does go viral a lot of times. Whether or not that positivity that is shown is actually genuine, but when people feel like the positivity they're watching is genuine, it goes viral. So yeah.
It is a weird thing. It's like when you share your life, like as a couple publicly,
Yeah.
with the world, and
Rough.
you guys have like.
And also, this is pissing me off. It's totally unrelated to this fucking drama. But who's fucking shooting this podcast? These guys are all out of focus. All four of them are blurry as fuck. And then when it cuts to her, it's just she's like fucking pristine, HD,
Ha!
4K. And I'm like,
That's the
get
only
your
way she's
fucking
gonna
team
do it, Ali.
together, dude.
It's in her contract. She said the only way I can do it is if I don't have to kiss my husband and if I'm in 4K focus.
Facts.
Guys have like idiosyncrasies that are kind of different from
Yeah.
a lot of couples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Apparently.
bruh, the orgy thing was fucking. That shit was crazy. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay.
No, I still only fuck one woman.
That's what I thought was. That's what I thought was missing in the whole orgy combo is that he also gets to get some
Yeah.
side.
I could have doubled my body count.
Yeah. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical
Yeah,
orgy?
of course. Everyone should be included.
The orgy discussion was something that people just kind of fill in the blanks a lot. And to me, it was just whatever. And it was more cringe than anything.
The problem with the orgy discussion is come on, we all know the way she was talking about Nab. We all knew Akaash was going to be the one sitting on the couch watching Nab go 10 inch deep on both the girls. That's the reason why everybody got so mad. Because we knew Akaash was talking about he would have doubled the amount of women he would have saw naked, maybe, but he wasn't going to get none. That was a 2-for-1 for Nab,
Yeah,
and
the
then
vibes
Akaash
were
to clean
just
up.
off. In that discussion,
Off.
the vibes were so off. It was crazy.
Hey, I'm not calling Akaash a cuck, but if that orgy would have happened, he would have got cucked that day. That day, he would have been on the chair. There's no way around it. She wouldn't even looked him in the eyes, Ali. But Nab.
She was the way she was talking about Nab. It was that would be all for her.
Nab, Nam, Saddam, whoever that nigga was, he was gonna come and bomb some coochie, bro. It was over for him.
That's hilarious. No, I'm with you, bro. It was just that whole discussion was so weird and out of place, and it's just bizarre. It wasn't funny. That one I could tell. That would be like, I don't know if you were trying to make a joke, but it's not.
And she clearly, here's the thing. Here's another thing, Ali, before we move on. It's one thing if it happens like once, but the way she talked about him consistently, especially when you factor in the fact that she supposedly has not got around, it's clearly a lust there that's not, like, Ali, as a comedian, you know this too, every joke has an inch of truth in it. And it's the fact that she the way that she was like drooling at the mouth for this guy, you're not going to convince me that's just a joke. I actually don't think it's a joke. I think it's a weird thing where even in this, they're acknowledging like, well, if it happened, at least Akaash would have, she didn't say, I want to fucking Nab. We all want to fuck Nab. But it's this weird thing, like, it's still like she wants to get hers.
Yeah.
And it's like this thing was like, you're not going to sit here and convince me that she secretly doesn't actually want to suck this man's, ding dong. Like, it's there. It's,
You're being a little too explicit, but I definitely
I'm sorry.
No,
I tried to switch over the ding.
You're fine. Yeah, no, I'm saying you're being too very visual about what she wants to do. Whether or not she wants to do that, there is an attraction there. And
Yeah.
yes, the way she was talking about it, it was very lustful and very much so of the nature of, ooh, if I could get my hands on that, yeah, for sure, for sure. And they're really talking about it and kind of trying to have fun with it. And even here, right? They definitely feel comfortable just talking about it and putting it out there, and she feels comfortable just doing all that. To me, this just shows this is just the whether or not it's good trait to have, right? This is just the person she is. She wants to talk about this stuff. She would lust after other men, and Akash is fine with that, right? And I'm not saying it's good, and I'm not saying this is the model relationship that they have, but this is the relationship that they have, and it is bizarre. It is weird. Is it deplorable? Is it heinous? I don't think so. Yeah.
No, I agree. Good take.
Nah, but Akash wants the dude.
The dude.
Yeah.
You think he can handle all 10 inches of Nav? You think you can take Nav down? Or is Nav taking it?
Come on, Nav shorter than me. Who taking it?
Yeah, I don't buy that, brother. Let's move on to yeah, let's do this. When Akash is sick.
Tell me something. When Akash is sick, how do you behave?
Ooh.
She's good, actually. Like,
I am good.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is horrible.
There's an undertone of irritation after like day 2 where you can tell she's like, all right, let's.
I mean,
But she's
You
very-
get 2 days.
Okay, can I just say I feel like you guys are a little bit like you guys exaggerate a lot and just
What?
No.
Yeah.
Us.
And for context,
We
literally,
exaggerate.
yes. And like
Ridiculous.
literally,
Oh, you think everything's wrestling? Do you think that's what this
Everything's
is?
a joke?
You think we're just going crazy? No.
We're not taking any chances here. Do you see our security? We know what the fuck you're capable of, Jasleen.
but like for me, like an hour before my emergency gallbladder surgery, my stomach was killing me.
Oh, no.
And remember I had to interview Blau for journalism school and I still interviewed him because I didn't want to reschedule. So I feel like women are just built different. We're built to withstand suffering.
Yes, you are. That is
So
true.
we don't
We're built
really
to withstand y'all.
Yes.
That is our suffering.
There you go.
Yeah. That is a great point.
There you go.
Yeah. We have different types of suffering.
Yeah.
Physical pain, you guys are much better at handling.
But yeah, if you heard how often we have to hear, babe, it's a very different. That's
So
suffering.
did I tell y'all this? That like my wife asked me to do something before I got into the apartment. She heard the elevator going up. Before I typed in the code in the elevator, I heard, Andrew, can you? And I pushed 1 and went right back downstairs. I go, I'm not doing
Just
this right
hope
now.
it free falls.
I'm not doing
Just
this right
end
now.
it.
Let me get into the fucking house before you tell me what to do.
Look, this is the Schultz files, okay?
Yeah, sorry. Go.
I sense that you're avoiding the question.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nah.
Is it true that on August 18th, 2025,
Yeah.
I don't know, I made that date up. You said that when Akash is sick, you hate taking care of him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, do I like it? No. I would do it.
Yeah, this goes back to what I'm fucking saying, where it's like she's maybe not the best person.
Yeah, again, that's my only point. 'Cause this might be the worst take of her. I mean, this interview, they
Why
tried to
wouldn't
do
you
PR for her.
defend your husband? This is what baffles me. Where it's like, why can't you play up the role of I love my husband? Why does it have to be a little self-centered and like it's always I'm like, why?
It's because she wants what he has.
Oh man, I don't know. It just really bugs
Ali,
me. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you know how crazy it is for Akash? Like, no, she's nice to me for 2 days, and then after that, she's like, I'm over it, bro. You know how many sickness I've had that I've been down for 3, 4 days, 5 days. No, not all the time. Plenty I get down in 1 or 2 days, but to be like after 48 hours of having whatever sickness you have, I'm over it. This is I can't think of one. I've been around the block. I can't think of one lady I've dated that's like, oh, I'm over it. Anytime you get sick, especially if it's longer than a day or 2, I'm just like, it irritates me. That's crazy. That's a crazy way to start the.
Yeah. Well, why? And I think this is the kernel of a lot of people's issue with Jasleen, where she just is like this, where it's it maybe self-centered, maybe just a little she wants to be, it's not selfish, but she kind of cares about, whatever she wants, whether or not her husband's sick or whatever. And what I think is lacking is I love my husband energy that people keep going back to, where they say, they refer to it with her disrespecting and her doing this and that, but it is a lot of lacking of I love my husband, I want to defend him and all that. It always feels like she does defend him but always pulls back a little bit, or that she does defend him but not all the way as much as somebody else would, or as much as a normal person would. So that's kind of what is bugging me about her and this whole relationship, is where it's not there. That energy is not there. And she always has, again, people saying excuses. I don't want to call it excuses. It's just whatever defense she has. But it is kind of weird and not really sticking, whatever she's saying, because where's your love for your husband?
Yeah, I also resent her saying you guys are worse at taking back. Now here's the thing: women give birth. I do know a lot of women who are troopers. I'm not gonna sit there and say they're not. So I'm not trying to undercut it completely, but to pretend, bro. You know how many girls, bro? I know they get cold in 65-degree weather. I'm not trying to hear this shit, bro. You know how many girls who crack their nail and they cry for a week about it? You trying to tell me y'all trying to sit here and say all these women are just tough? They're just tough. They just can fight through all this shit. Tell one of them to go dig in a coal mine. Let's see how long y'all make it then. You know what I'm saying? Go roof in August. Let's see what you do that, man. We're so tough. If you're so tough, why the fuck do you always need 2 blankets in 60-degree weather? I'm not trying to hear this shit, bro. Women are not that tough.
She might not be the
get out of
best
here.
representative of women.
Especially not her.
Yeah,
Not Mr. Vaseline from head to shoulders right here. I'm not going for that.
Yeah, if she wants to say that stuff, it is a little unbelievable coming from her. But yeah, I hear you.
But why would anyone like taking care of a sick person?
That's a good point.
Like, I'm just being honest, and maybe it is a hint of autism.
Don't let her pull you in.
I don't know why anybody would do that. It's
Nurses,
doctors.
I mean, granted, they're compensated.
Yeah, that is actually, they're getting paid for it.
Handsomely.
Yeah.
And nurses ain't that happy about it.
Yeah, sometimes.
You meet enough nurses, you're like, most of
they
y'all
are pretty
don't
pissed
enjoy it.
off.
Y'all enjoy it. Y'all don't enjoy this.
Yeah, it is one of those things you just gotta fake it. It's like kissing your husband in public. You just gotta fucking fake it and be like, I love doing this. I love nurturing you back to health.
Yeah, Andrew's got a point where it's.
I'll say, you know who comes out looking good in this? Andrew Schultz looks amazing.
Yeah,
because he really is sitting here and he really is taking this one to the face to defend his homie. In any other context, Schultz kills Akaash for this, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna put out this mediocre podcast. And I'm gonna sit here and put the cape on to make my boy look good. Schultz comes out looking great in this. He looks like a real friend.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want about Schultz. Unfunny, too crazy, whatever. He's out of bounds or whatever. He's loyal. The loyalty is coming out right now, where it's staunch defender of whatever they want to put out there. I'll twist it for you, brother. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go. All right, let's look at one last section where committing to the big Akaash's mom involvement and innocence and perception. I think I remembered this. All right, let's go.
Of course, but at the same time, the issue is always like
people's perception.
Yeah, the perception.
I think the big disconnect with you is like, and also there's a version with both of you. Is it you guys are so fucking innocent because you've never been with anybody. So when you say weird sexual things, you think it's absurd. Yeah. But you are unique in your innocence with each other.
I think that was the mistake I made, is like thinking that people would understand that.
They will not.
Yeah, they won't.
Because the immediate reaction to anybody like who's had, because Alex and Mark is more similar to you guys. In that, he's been with his wife, right? So it's like, whereas Alex and I have, we've had other chicks and like our, wives have had as well. And then we got to think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yes. We were horse. Yeah,
Active
exactly.
then,
Yeah,
active.
yeah. All the hormones.
Come on.
No, I know. But like, so then there is a part of us probably comparing and feeling insecure and maybe feeling potentially inadequate.
Yeah.
Right. So that runs through our minds. Where you guys have been with nobody, so you can feel confident being.
Yeah, and I think to be fair to everyone, there was a time in our relationship where I would have been more insecure, but when like she's essentially homeless with me and didn't go anywhere and stayed right by my side, I think the jokes don't bother me because it's like when you're broke as fuck, you see exactly who a person really is. Like I've seen her at her core, good, bad, all of it. So I know who she is enough that none of these things I'm ever gonna take seriously because I've seen her. We've been at the absolute bot. She's seen me at my absolute worst. So if I make these jokes, if I call her a bitch or whatever, she's like, I know this. Like at our absolute worst, we still loved each other. We still stayed by each other's side. So I think that's what I didn't realize also. And I didn't think I was nearly famous enough to become a meme.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
That is beautiful. Now, with your guys' relationship, like neither of you come from these like loving marriages, right? Is it cool to experience love? Is it what you think of when you see in movies? Like,
Yeah.
what is that? I'm curious what that's like. I was very privileged. Like my parents were really in love with each other, and that was kind of my expectation. You guys discovered it for the first time.
Yeah, it's so funny because I was literally talking to my therapist, and I think I was kind of getting tearful because I was thinking about my mom and everything that she went through in her marriage, which obviously wasn't great, and like just immigrating to this country with like 2 little girls and like just so many things that she had to go through that I was like, I feel so bad that she had to live this life, but now I get to live this like beautiful, luxurious, glamorous life with this guy who like treats me like a princess. And then my therapist was like, yeah, but in a way it's so beautiful because you're kind of living like her American dream.
Wow.
So it's like I really think that for Akaash too, because I know that my mother-in-law was also in a similar kind of situation. And I feel like for us, we really got so, lucky to like find each other and find our like soulmates in each other. I wish that my mom, who's like the most amazing lady in the world, could have experienced that, and maybe, she'll kind of experience that like later in this chapter, but yeah.
Okay, this makes me want to throw up. One, love is beautiful. Blah blah blah. This is once again they're playing this weird game, Molly, where they're like, isn't it weird, like, because I don't even know how to say it, like because we're so innocent, and then when we make these jokes that people don't know how to react to the fact that they're just jokes. It's like, no, you're moving the goalposts. You guys have said one thing about yourself, and then you went on a podcast and presented the exact opposite in a way that until recently I couldn't tell these were jokes. And it's like, that's the thing, was like, oh, it's so weird that people are just like taking me out of context. It's like, no, we'll take you in the context that you gave us, and it's contradicting what you said. Nobody did this but you. On top of this, and this will be my last point, it's like the internet, there's like this perception. It's like, dude, she said something about like my money, our money is my money. No, your money is our money, and my money is my money, which I believe that's either a joke. If it is a joke, the reason why it's a joke is because it's rage baiting. That's the reason you say it, because you understand a lot of incels and lonely men are going to get mad because they perceive women like you this way. That's fine. But here's the thing. You can't rage bait and then get mad when people are mad that you're rage baiting.
True.
Like, you see, they want it both ways. It's like, yeah, you can make the jokes, but when people don't like the jokes, they're allowed to get mad. This is the problem with influence these days. Everybody wants to be like, oh, I'm just making a joke. It's like, okay, I didn't like the joke. I don't like the joke. You made it. I don't like it. Yeah. That's the relationship we have. You put something out. I consumed it. I disagree with it. I tell you I disagree with it. You can't get mad at me for disagreeing.
No, I hear you. I hear you, brother. And no matter what they say here, and I played this a little bit just to get more context about who these guys actually are, and if this is the truth. And we talked about it earlier, where we at this point we can't even tell what the truth actually is, because it's been so misconstrued. If this is the truth and this is who they actually are, it is very weird when those previous videos and previous interactions come up, and you look at it, and and you make your own assumptions of it. And that's you're 100% right. If it is a joke, I don't think it was funny. Yeah, awesome. All right, I think that's everything we want to talk about. I hope we don't hear about these guys ever again. I'm so over it. And we'll be back with another reaction video soon. See you guys later.